Turkish in the building. You man here early, I can see in the comments. What you saying, bro?
Come on, G. I'm good, man. What are you saying?
I'm good, you know. I'm good. I've had a good day today. Still, not gonna lie, bro. Nice, relaxing day. Been to the gym. Went and got some nice food. Went to some Turkish restaurant. Still, bro. What the hell was it called, bloods?
Good food, man. That's guaranteed.
Yeah, man had some grilled prawns there.
Remember that little messaging thing we had when I said Turkish food #1, Caribbean second.
Yeah.
Do something around that,
yeah, the Caribbean food's still the one for me, but I think it's called like Carvan or something. I feel like the place is called Carvan.
What area?
It's in North London, bro.
Carvan, yeah.
Carvan, that's the one. Yeah. I went there, bruv. Man had like the grilled prawns, man had the bulgur and the rice and that wavy salad, some hummus, some bread. I ate well, blood, after the gym, you get me? So man had the Turkish food, and then bruv, you get me, man? Just here chilling now. Couple shows tonight. Good vibes, blood. What you saying?
I ain't even eating, fam. You're getting me hungry right now. We might need to cut this at 45 minutes.
Wait, the food? Bad man food. Trust me, man. The food was lit, man. What are you saying anyway? Bless.
Yeah, man. All good, man. Can't complain. Aside from obviously we lost yesterday, but that was kind of expected, isn't it? Do you get me? It's kind of expected. But it is what it is, fam. Other than that, all good, man. All good.
You man didn't get embarrassed, though. That's what I keep saying to people. You didn't get embarrassed. Do you know what I mean? It could have been a hell of a lot worse, bruv, than what it was, innit? Like, and the window's not closed. So, honestly, you go into that game thinking, you know what? If we nick one, cool. If we nick a point or something, but you couldn't have been going to Anfield thinking you was really going to do anything.
No, well, man predicted a 2-1 loss. At the end of the day, obviously, Anfield is what's that? Their 61st game now. They haven't lost, so that it made it a fortress, isn't it? And what you said, yeah, we didn't get embarrassed, and that is kind of a big change that Arteta has brought in. That we used to get embarrassed left, right, and centre against them, the top six, but now you're more confident. We can put up some sort of fight. You see, yesterday Liverpool were on point. I can't lie. Some of that football in the first half, it was some of the best football I've seen all year from them. You know, and we were still in it. But the thing is, the quality we possess here. But there's a week left, and both of us still haven't done a thing in the transfer window. And we're here again, another episode, and we ain't done nothing, fam. And both our clubs need it. So, it is what it is. It was a performance where I can say, all right, Arteta's doing this thing, but it's also a performance I can say we need to improve some of these players. Man. Mentality is not right.
Absolutely, bro. Speaking of mentality, you brought to my attention the Hector Bellerin comments, and then I saw online Kevin Campbell basically replied to some of the comments. Fam, firstly, I beg you, explain to these man what you said for the people that haven't seen it. And secondly, what the hell, bro? At one point, man, we're talking about this brother for the armband at your club. Like, you can't be saying them things.
Fam, this is the direct quote. And listen, a lot of people are saying this out of context, and I'm gonna bring the context into it. But the direct quote I picked out is, he said, "To be fair, it is the norm to come here and lose nowadays, but we made it difficult." Now, don't get it twisted. I've seen the other comments here where in the same interview or in the interview after, he said, "We're very frustrated because after winning the last 2 games against them, we truly believed that we could hurt them here." Now, listen, that's the context for you, yeah? So I've explained both quotes, fam. Now, Rants, I'm going to ask you, you're a baller as well, yeah? You've played football, yeah? If something like that comes out your mouth, and when I say something like that, I mean, to be fair, it is the norm to come here and lose. Are you even if you said it after the game, you know that you wasn't mentally prepared before the game, if you can come out and say that, I lie?
Never, because that means you came here with the expectancy to lose. If you've come here expecting to lose, there's no way, it's not actually possible that you can be given 100%, because you're already making excuses in your head.
That's it. That's my thing. I'm saying, people talk about context and this and context that. Listen, those words came out of his mouth. I haven't altered the words. Yes, there's a Twitter fucking word limit. You know, you can't put everything into Twitter, so you're going to pick out certain bits. And that shows me that the character is not there. Man said it is the norm to come here and lose. Now, don't get it twisted. You can say it like this. Anfield's a difficult place to come. They haven't lost in 60 games. Yeah. We wanted to try our hardest to get a result here, but we know how difficult it is. Yeah. That's exactly more or less the same thing you're saying, but in a much better way.
But man's saying it's the norm, so we say, no, it's okay. It's not okay, blood. You know them ones. If you're Arsenal, if you're Manchester United, if you're Chelsea, do you know what I mean? If you're a big club, it's not okay to turn up somewhere and expect to lose. It's never okay, blood.
Of course it's not okay, fam, especially after you had a part to play in all 3 Liverpool goals, fam. You see, all right, look, Tierney, Leno, and Bellerin had a part to play in the first one. In the second one, I'd say Willian and Bellerin, yeah? And in the third one, it was Bellerin that really should have closed down Jota. You can argue Leno should have collected in the first place, but the ball came out. He could have closed him down, but he stopped. Instead, turned his face and tried to block the ball, and it went bottom corner. It is what it is, but you can't be doing that and then coming out and saying things like that, because that shows me that, fam, it's that whole Wenger mentality. You see, some of them players are still tainted by that brush. You see, when Sanchez was at our club, because I put that quote in as well, because that quote, yeah, he said, yeah, when Sanchez was at our club, he said, Sanchez is amazing, but he's a player that wants to win. He demands from everyone, and it can be too much. What do you mean? He wants to win. He demands
to win. Yeah.
What's too much, fam? What's too much, bruv? That's what every footballer should demand of themselves and the team around them. I lie.
But bruv, Bellerin ain't got the mentality to be a big club. He hasn't.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He hasn't got the mentality, bro. Like, there's no way you turn up somewhere telling yourself, you know, it's okay if we don't win this one, guys. Yeah, you can do that, but then go play for flipping Crystal Palace or something.
Yeah. He come out like, the way he talked about us is like we are Sheffield United or someone that's come to Anfield with high hopes, but we also know that if we lose, it is what it is.
Yeah.
That mentality needs to change first before anything, you know? Like, we can bring in new players in that, and we need to look at mentality and character too, because that's a big aspect of football. It's not just the quality and the talent, because some will argue Pepe. You know, Pepe come on and done nothing. So some would argue that he has all the quality in the world, but he hasn't got the mentality and character to succeed here. I hope he does, because I wanted Pepe. Do you get me? But it's about mentality and character now. He's been dropped by a few managers. How are you going to bounce back? That's what I want to see, fam.
But the thing is, Pepe got dropped by his international team, and then he's getting dropped by you, man, as well. And the thing is, I said it about him. He don't look like he's got the arrogance to have a heavy badge on his chest, bro. Because when you see him in France, it's like the team's built around him, big fish, small pond. He was doing his thing, bruv. But the thing is, when things aren't going your way and you're at a club that doesn't need you and there's other options, bro, how are you going to react to it? And so far, he's not showing that he's worth the money that you, man, spent on him. And it's all well and good being able to do it for a smaller club where they're playing through you and you're getting loads of the ball. But you know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't the situation right now at Arsenal, bro. And he's struggling. I don't think anyone can dress that up. I think a lot of Arsenal fans are putting his numbers out there to try and mask the fact that he's not actually playing well.
Yeah, but I agree with you. And you know what it is? I'm an Arsenal fan, and I wanted Pepe last year, but I haven't given up yet. You get me? I'm saying that he's still got, right now, my opinion is he's still got a future at the club, you know? But we both know opinions can change, fam. There's nothing wrong with your opinion changing, because time can change that. So if this year doesn't go well for Pepe, yeah, I think the last bit of hope we do have, because in some aspects I agree with you, fam. I do think the badge might be a bit too heavy at the moment, or the responsibility might. If we next year now bring in a bad boy, maybe striker or midfielder or something, to take that price tag away from him a bit, maybe flourish. It's not right to think like that, but at the end of the day, he might not be that star. He might not be the one with the pressure on his shoulders, stand up. Do you get me? He might not be that guy. He might be the guy that on the side. He might be the one that flourishes when you have another main man. So I'm not giving up on him, but there is signs that it is worrying. I just hope it can turn around, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Chat here, someone saying Rants, thoughts on Dembele to United, reliable source. I saw that just before I came on here, guys. What I would say is, I think we're signing Jadon. I think this Dembele crap is just to kind of say to Dortmund, we're actively speaking to other people. From what I've heard, Ousmane Dembele is happy where he is. He's not really entertaining a move somewhere else, innit? Like, he'll go if Barca are going to force him out, but from what I've heard, Barca are trying to force him out, and he's not really going to force a way out. Also, Dortmund went from, Jadon's not going anywhere, to man are saying there's a 50-50 chance he's going to go now. Dortmund always do the same nonsense, innit, bruv? They're going to play hardball till they get their money. Dortmund will get every penny that they want to get. United will bottle it. Do you know what I mean? And they'll pay the money. United are now saying, United went from saying they're not going to pay 108 million for him to saying okay, we'll pay it, but we're not going to pay it up front. We're going to pay it in installments. So basically, they're going to pay the money, which is what we knew anyway. Do you know what I mean? So it's not, we're not learning anything.
Yeah, all this hardball stuff when you've kind of done the same thing year in, year out in the transfer window, and you've succumbed to the pressure and you've succumbed to teams kind of putting that price tag on. Dortmund are not that team that will, you know, succumb to pressure from a big team. They will hold out until the last possible minute. And yeah, I agree. I think Sancho is the most likely. Dembele, I can't lie to you, Dembele is a cold player. Injury problems aside, he's a cold player. But I'd argue that Dembele would be a better signing if you can guarantee his fitness. But obviously,
Dembele is better than him. There's no two ways. I don't think anyone can argue that, innit? Dembele is ridiculous. However, you can't guarantee his fitness.
That's it.
Do you know what I'm saying? So because of that, give me Jadon. Do you know what I'm saying? Dembele would be awesome also for Martial and Pogba. Do you know what I'm saying? It would be good for that to bring in another one of their boys. Do you know what I mean? I just think for the team chemistry, it would be amazing as well. But I think that the Dembele coming to Man United on loan, Barca also said they weren't going to entertain any loan deals. They want us to pay money up front and take him now, or he's not leaving, innit? And United don't want to pay the upfront thing. I think United are just trying to put the squeeze on Dortmund. Dortmund won't care, because if Jadon stays for another year, Real Madrid will buy him next season. Yeah, the market. Or Bayern Munich will buy him next season, or someone like that. Like, who cares, innit? Like, you know what I mean? Them man are saying that they want to get Memphis Depay in, so they're looking to move someone out. Barcelona.
Oh yeah. I heard that still.
But I think Memphis is coming in anyway. Honestly, you know what I mean? I don't see Barcelona having problems. The thing is with Barcelona, they're so used to breaking rules. Even if they break rules, they'll get whoever they want. They've been doing that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's exactly it, fam. I can't lie. That's exactly it. But with you, man, I definitely see you, man, doing something this week. And Sancho is the most likely. Even commercially, United could make that work for them. You see how we know our clubs are more commercial than football right now. Yeah. Sancho, English, young, talent, exciting. You give him a good number, and you could do something off the back of that, especially with the way UK rap and hip hop is used in like media and all that now. So it will work both ways, and I think it will happen, man. You man trying to play football, Dortmund doing the same thing, but I know United will do what they need to do to get it done.
Yeah, they will. They're going to get their pants pulled down again, but it's fine, innit? Like, bro, like at the end of the day, United needs to stop worrying about what it looks like and just spend the money. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you think Real Madrid give a damn about what it looks like? If Real Madrid want a player, they're happy to pay over the odds for them as long as they get their man, innit?
Yeah.
And that's what it is, bro, because no one can turn around and say, oh, look how much so-and-so costs when they're winning you trophies. Do you know what I mean?
That you forget the price tag when the trophies start coming in. Do you get me? You actually start forgetting that stuff because it doesn't really matter no more and it's not relevant. Price tag of performances.
Bro, Van Dijk cost 70-odd million.
Or
maybe more than that. And so was their goalkeeper. Nobody talks about their price tag because Liverpool are winning stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the difference. When your teams are winning things, no one cares how much man costs, bro. Like, nobody cares. So people need to stop worrying about what things look like and just pay the money, get back to where you need to be, bro. Like that's all I can say for United. So honestly, we're getting linked with Edison Cavani right now and Jovic, 2 players that wouldn't cost the club any money up front. The Cavani thing doesn't make sense for me for the simple fact that it's like you just brought in my man from flipping. You just brought in what's his name? Fucking my head's gone blank now, bro.
You brought him in.
No, Igalo. We flipping kept Igalo on when we didn't have to, because Oli hasn't been using him anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? So we kept Igalo, and then what are you gonna bring in Edison Cavani to do what? Unless you're thinking of moving Martial to the left and dropping Rashford, or moving Rashford to the right wing. Do you know what I'm saying? Because honestly, Martial's done enough that he should be playing up front. And honestly, Cavani in the Premier League, I'm not buying it.
Nah, I mean? 2 games into the season after Martial scored 17, where he's played
last season with no pens.
Exactly, and he didn't even play all season up front. I didn't Rashford start up front, and then he came in about a third into. So you need to give him the chance, innit? So I don't know that, but with Jovic, with the loan to buy thing, it might be a case of let's see if he's still got what he had at was it Frankfurt? Let's see if he still got what he had there. If he does, then we'll buy him, and then we have some rotation. But if not, it's backup. Like, That one.
Jovic is a baller, bro. Like, so, and Cavani could do a job, but Cavani's the brother that you bring in instead of Igalo in the first place. That's the kind of caliber. If man said, "Yo, we're bringing in Cavani just for squad depth," cool. But man have Igalo there. So what? You're gonna have Cavani, Igalo, Martial, Rashford, Mason Greenwood. Don't make no sense. It shows again that United are like, oh, he's cheap. Do you know what I mean? Is that how we're moving now?
Deals to appease the fans, like, because sometimes just latch onto anything. So,
but that's it. Bringing in a name just to appease the fans. That's what these man done with.
Van der Beek?
No, not Van der Beek. Why is everyone's names just gone? My head's fried today, blood. The fucking Colombian brother, the striker that we said. Falcao, yeah. That's what they did with Falcao, bro. They were like, yo, man could get him for free. Like, so we just bring him in, big name. All of us got excited, and then it didn't work.
Yeah, because it was near the end of the window, isn't it?
Exactly, bro. Like, I woke up one morning and on Twitter in the middle of the night, they were like, yo, Falcao's on a jet to Manchester. I was like, what? Yeah, like, out of nowhere. But again, that was to appease the fans, bro. But there was nothing in that. And I think a lot of what they're doing now, because it's getting late, we're getting linked to loads of names to try and excite us because we're shit, Ollie shit, our whole coaching stuff shit, the football shit. There's nothing to be positive about. So now we're getting linked with all these tropical names to try and excite, man. That's all they're doing. That's all they're doing. They got us on strings. They've been doing that. I've muted every single Manchester United account that talks about transfers and everything. I've muted them all on Twitter till the window closes.
Yeah. You have to do that, fam. You have to do that. I've done that too. You know me. I stay off Twitter most time. Even when I tweeted today, like I open that up, I see bare abuse already because I tweeted about Bellerin. So the Twitter thing, I get that. You got to mute that, fam. So all the transfer window stuff, all the toxic fan base stuff, we both see it in both our clubs. And man can't be swayed from the truth and the reality of it. And that is it. If you're on board, you're on board. If you're not, open your eyes. That's how I see it.
Facts, 100%. You lot, make sure you smash the like button. We got 1.2k in here at the moment. I don't know how many likes we got. Mods, let us know how many likes we're in there.
Last time we got 1,000 likes in the live, so we need to make that happen again.
Well, there you go. Like, it will come. You know what I mean? We're just warming up. We're nearly on 1.3k at the moment. So yeah, man. Keep slapping them likes. Keep getting your comments in as well. Like, it's been a mad one. Even Jaden as well. Like, there's mixed things again. One account was saying, Jaden's expecting United to put in a bid for him in the next 3 days. Yeah. Another one was like, you know what? Jaden's happy to stick it out for one more season at Dortmund and come next year. Like, honestly, I just want the flipping window to close. I'm not even gonna lie, bro.
Because you know what it is, fam. The window is stress for us, man. But at the same time, the window is the only way we can fix our problems. Well, you man need to change your manager too, so you can do that.
Oh, big time.
Out of the window. So that's something you man can do. Like, that's what we done last season. But even when I see Sky Sports now, it says United expected to make Sancho bid, but it says Ismail Assar is the backup option for 50 mil. So you're just hearing bare random rumors and.
But that sounds about right, because what's probably happened is we've probably gone to make an inquiry about Sarr. Yeah, Sarr's a player that don't excite me unless he's a backup. Sarr's the caliber of player we should be bringing in instead of Daniel James as like a backup right winger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's not, if you're telling me that Sarr's gonna start and potentially get Man United number 7 shirt, bro, I'll put my head through this screen right now.
You went from Sancho and Dembele to putting up
to Sarr, like a brother that got relegated last season. Are you fucking with me?
Man said I put my head through the screen.
It's a mad thing. Oh, come on now. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like some of these fans, yeah. Like, honestly, like, they make me mad, innit? Because man will be putting up compilations of this trying to make me buy into it. I'm not buying into this. You know what I'm saying? Man used to watch Tevez, Rooney, and Ronaldo, fam, and Giggs and Beckham, and now you want to tell me about Sarr, blood? Are you fucking taking the piss? I'm not here for that.
This thing again, fam. Bro. Allow their standards to come down, and they make the excuses for the board now. Like, you're having all fans before about the board, fam, and you're thinking, blood, man, saying that we need to fix our problems. What are you arguing with me for, fam?
Bro, these are the same man that will be screaming, we want the Glazers out, Ed Woodward out, but then you'll be championing the bullshit that they're trying to sell to, man.
Yeah, but it only suits them when they're the ones starting it. That's what it is. If they say it first, it suits them. If it's not them, then it is what it is. It's negativity and it's fake fans and it's all of this shit, fam.
But that's what I'm saying. And then, man, what about Owa for you lot, bruv? They said that you put in a bid, but it was laughable, blood.
Lads,
Man said it reminded man of the Suarez bid with the £1 thing.
Every week. Did you hear what the guy said today? He said, fam, if you man pay 72 million for Pepe, then the world's worth more than 30 million. That's what the Leon president tweeted today.
It's facts.
He likes tweeting. He's got Twitter fingers, the Leon president.
Oh, I didn't know the Leon president was active like that. That's funny.
Yeah, he's got Twitter fingers still. But it is what it is, fam. Like, bro, a while we need him, bro. We need him. And every week we've done this show, we can talk about a new rumor and a new bid. This is why you just said you muted the transfer stuff on Twitter, because, fam, I doubt there's even been maybe more than one bid right now. Do you get me? And every week we're hearing 30 million plus 10, 45 million plus 10, 40 plus 5. It's like, blood, what are you, man, talking about, fam? Like, why are you, man, latching on to all of these? I do agree now we are in for it. Now, in the past 2 weeks, we've probably been negotiating, but bro, it's too late. It doesn't show that we've changed as a club. It's a bit it's reactive again rather than proactive. But the minimum they can do is Partey and Aouar, fam. Let's not forget Partey. That's someone, again, every week there was a new rumor about Partey until all of a sudden now it's all dried up and it's all Partey or Aouar. They're not the same player, bro. It's not thing. It's an and thing. How can you say all, fam? What the like? Nah, bro. It's Arsenal fans saying all, and I'm like, your standards need to be up there, fam. You're all the way down there saying all. You get what I'm saying? So
when you're not holding your club, to these high standards, you're letting off your owners and you're letting off all the people upstairs that are taking man for dickheads. You are letting them off. Don't complain about them if you're allowing them to lower the standards, bro. Like, you can't allow them to do these things.
That's what it is, fam. Like, obviously, like, man can justify playing like we did against Liverpool yesterday. I understand that. That's all Arteta can do, fam. But let's be real. You and I know Arteta doesn't want to be playing football like that. He doesn't want to be setting up shook. He doesn't want to do that. And I know it's going to take at least a year or two before maybe he can, a year at least before he can go to away games and try and implement his style in the game rather than set up shop to nullify the opponent. But if we don't get the support, then we're going to be here at the beginning of the next season, still setting up defensive or still setting up on the counter attack because we ain't got the quality yet again. So, fam, we can't be playing one way and doing the other and then not getting the signings in, bro. Yesterday's game showed us. We started El Nene and Xhaka in the middle, Everyone lauded Ceballos as a major signing this summer. Listen, Ceballos is good, but that's it. Xhaka came off at 60th minute. Everyone said he's good enough to be central midfielder at this club long term. He's 28 years of age. What the fuck? None of them are really good enough, fam. All three are probably backups at the very best. I lie. Maybe Xhaka can start and be a boss at a Bayer Leverkusen or something like that.
Yeah. That's his level.
But aside from that, fam, they're all really backups in the Premier League. That's their ceiling. And Aouar and Partey, they slot straight in as the combination.
Honestly, if you get 2 starting midfielders, you're almost certified top 4 for me. The way we're playing, because everything else is all right, bruv. Like, defensively, even you lot, considering you ain't really bought no one, the manager has shored that up. And if you need something in the engine room right now. You put something in the engine room, you've already got probably the best goal scorer in the league. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just. It's small things, bro. And that's what it tells you. If these owners really care about winning stuff and being competitive, it's not a lot that these men need to do, bro. And that's why you should never lower your standards. You should always be pushing these men to invest the money, because men are not that far away from actually doing things, bro.
That's what it is, fam. Just spend that money, take the risk. And at Arsenal, that's a major difference with United and Arsenal over the last few years. As frustrating as both clubs have been for us, United have taken risks to try and get to some sort of position again. Arsenal, aside from maybe a Pepe deal, which if you break it down and understand the installment, what we paid up front and our net spend last summer, you might say it's a bigger risk, but okay, let's just say it is the only risk we've taken in the past. In the entire history of our transfer window, in fact, what risk do Arsenal Football Club take? Aside from Pepe aside, put Pepe aside and we'll debate that, but what other transfer window has Arsenal taken a risk? None. If you don't take risks, you're not going to fucking succeed, fam. Everyone from second downwards in the Premier League should be taking a risk in that transfer window. Let's be serious. Like, every club. should be taking some sort of a risk. You know, obviously there's levels to this thing. Burnley can't take as big of a risk as United, but to their level, everyone takes some sort of a risk.
Honestly, if you've got some of the top scouts in the world and you have a proper setup, these things shouldn't really be risks, bro.
No, you're right. You're right, because look, we'll look at Liverpool, yeah? The way Salah came in, the way Mane came in, it was like under the radar. It was like, all right.
But they'd already played in the Premier League and they were successful in the Prem. So to me, that's not even a risk.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's the shrewd ones.
Yeah.
The risk came with Van Dijk and Alisson. But all the shrewd signings allowed them to make those risks because they could see that something's happening here. If we take the risks on these positions, which Liverpool in the past 20 years, you can look at their ownership and say they failed to take risks at little points where they could have maybe came back. They finally did take that risk, and it's paid off in abundance, you know. So that's how I see it, fam. Shrewd signings, you need them. The Martinellis, you might argue Guendouzi now, but Guendouzi was a shrewd signing. Gabriel was a shrewd signing. Saliba might become a shrewd signing. These are the ones that you need, and then you need that risk. You need that big name, that big money, whatever it is, that quality, and then you can really move them.
Absolutely. You lot smashed the like 1.6 in here at the moment. What did I tell you, man? Borussia Dortmund reject 80 million plus 20. I told you they won 108, so United offer 100. Yeah. This is what they do. United, they want 108 million pounds, which is about 120 million euros. So they offer them 100 million euros. This is what United are doing. I told you they're going to pay the money, but they're going to do it in the most dickhead way possible. And bruv, even I didn't even know, because man's live and this is just broken. So this tells you know the club you're dealing with. If you man don't know what United are about right now, understand that. Do you know what I'm saying? Dortmund, even Porto were like, yo, we want 20 million euros, yeah, for Tellers. Yeah, cool. So we'll offer you fucking 16. Do you know what I'm saying? This is what United do. Doesn't make no sense. We do similar things like that. Well, you know we do similar things like that, fam. We've been doing that, fam, for a lot longer, fam. And bruv, that's fam. You see your expression there when you just look down and just handing, thinking, blood. That is it for the transfer window for us this season. You know, it all comes down to this last 7 days. You, Sancho, and us, Aouar and Partey. I know we're not getting both. One will probably gas the crowd and fan base enough to turn on each other again in terms of direction and pressure on the owners and whatnot, saying, yeah, trust the process and it's happening. But on your hand, if you don't get Sancho in, it could change things. But I do think that Ole is the main sticking point, and I think Pochettino is potentially the one of the biggest signings either you or Chelsea can make this season. Yeah, bro, it's just like Liverpool, bro. Liverpool's biggest signing in recent history has been their manager. I don't think that that can be questions. But bro, like, we're now allegedly trying to sell Diogo Dalot, who a player I like, and we paid 20 million euros for him. Yeah, but Manchester United don't want to pay 20 million euros for a 27-year-old Tellers, but they paid 20 million euros for a young, unproven Portuguese player that played like 6 games in the first team for Porto. United don't make sense, bro. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? It's just like Arsenal. Their man are saying, yo, you'll pay 72 million for Pepe, yeah, but you won't pay 30 million for a player that's going to walk straight into your starting lineup and improve your team immediately. Yeah. It's like, come on, the clubs can see what you're doing in previous windows. The club know how you move. The club know what's going on. The club can see how much revenue teams get. The club can see how much profits or whatever. I know Arsenal made a loss this season, but clubs know our owner is a billionaire. They know he's a billionaire. So if you don't really want him, then turn to your owner. Do you get it? But it's not happening, bro. Yeah, Rants says Sancho, Martial. Big up Saeed, and my brother's in here as well, blood. Man said you're in a mansion or a church, blood, with the echo. Hey. I need that mic, fam. I need that mic. Man said you're in a church and that. Oh, I'm fucking. Might be questions what he's listening to the show on, fam. Do you get me? I don't know what he's using over there. Yeah, it's a madness. So that's what I'm saying. Obviously, man's with Saeed tomorrow anyway for the game, so you man will see us, and then obviously me and my brother got a preview coming as well. So both of them will be on the channel this week. So boy, you man are getting spoiled, not gonna lie. And then we're back on Turkish's channel on Friday, bruv. So we're working. Trust me.
Trust
You
me.
know what I mean? Man said, this is all positive, chat positive, looking in the right direction. You know what it is, yeah? It's bruv. When man say it's positive, it's only positive if these deals get done, bruv. And even when they get done, it's still not positive. Again, that's letting the team off. You know them ones. We've sat here and watched Chelsea sign about 7 men while we're trying to get one.
Yeah. No, do you know what I think this guy means? I think he means that obviously, you see how a lot of people tend to call us like negative and angry and then all of this shit. Yeah, I think what he means is, fam, we want our clubs to be at the top. So how much more positive can you get than that?
Yeah, 100. This is all positive, bro. This is real shit. Dortmund rejected a 90 million. Bruv, it's 90 million euros, blood. Check the exchange rate. You know that, man. It's about 75 million pound. It ain't that much.
Pound is worth nowadays, fam. It's all
75 million pound. The man offered it in installments as well. United are taking a piss. Why you offered them 80 million euros up front, bro? That's about 60 million pound, bro. You know that one's there. You couldn't even get Grealish for that.
And United are a powerhouse, fam. You know that.
Yeah. Dortmund are like, move. And that's 100 million altogether, you know. That's not even 100 million up front. 100 million euros altogether. So they've offered them about, which probably works out less than 90 million. So yeah, no, there's no way they're gonna take that, guys. There's no way. That's United again doing the token thing to say, oh yeah, look, we're trying the thing. But United probably put that out knowing it was gonna get rejected.
Yeah, don't get it twisted, yeah, because a lot of people will also say, yeah, oh, you need to negotiate. And yes, negotiation is key, but you negotiate for the shrewd ones. You know,
see, look at this. Dembele's camp have said United could get him for 75. So what did United do? They offer 80 to Dortmund. Bro, it's all a ploy, fam. They don't want Dembele, bro. They just said, you know what, we can get him for 75. So if you don't take the 80, we might go here. It's a pressure thing.
I wouldn't even be surprised if United in a couple of days turn around and bid 60 for Dembele, because now they've been told 75 for that. It's like, and then Barcelona and be like, fam, are you mad? You just bid 80.
That's exactly what's gonna happen. They say, hold on, you got peas for Sancho. We want some of that Sancho peas, blood. What do you mean?
And you break that relationship and reputation down. Like clubs start moving sour with you when you start doing these things. When you don't move correct, yeah, clubs like turn off from you and they stop moving correct with you. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
and that's why United don't have a good relationship with any football club apart from Ajax, because Van der Sar's there, blood. You know that one. That's it. We used to have a good relationship with Sporting as well, blood. And man, I don't even know where I'm going with that. That's decent. We got Bruno Fernandes over the line, but that was from the Ronaldo days and Nani days that we had previous. But teams don't really respect us like that no more. Do you know what I mean? Because we don't deal with them properly. United always playing games, fam.
That's exactly it, fam. When you don't deal properly, they're gonna start playing games with you, fam. And Arsenal definitely fucked their reputation. Look at Lyon, for example. Yeah, Lyon's a side that they create good talent and they sell at a decent price. You know, you want to keep that thing going. Even with Lacazette, we should have signed Lacazette 2 years before we actually did sign him. Yep. And the price we signed him at was probably the price we could have got him at 2 years before that. It's just that we dilly-dally for so long trying to bid this, trying to bid that, and go. Like, you break down relationships and then this sort of stuff happens. You need good relationships with teams like Lyon, Lille, teams like Dortmund, for example. You need good relationships with them clubs because them clubs are willing to sell, you know, at a decent price most time. But if you fuck about with them, they're going to fuck about with you, you know, and that's what's happening. Lyon, Dortmund, and Arsenal and United.
Bruv, but it's the same thing all the time. You man slap the like button. What did I tell you? It's 90 million euro, like 90 million pounds altogether is what they offered. And these man asked for 108 million pounds. So you offered them 91. That's Manchester United in a nutshell. They knew it was going to get rejected. What you thought they were going to say, okay.
Yeah, you got that 15.7 mil.
Well, you've got that, man. What is that? Do you know what I mean? That's not even a year's wages for one of the players.
Yeah, it's the like. Of course, people would then say, "Oh, in this day and age, FFP's been relaxed this season. Yeah, it's been relaxed. Yeah, you don't need to worry about that till 2022 because they start at 2 years. So, do you take your risk now? Us and United should be taking our risk now. I can't lie to you.
But this is it, bro. So you look like, as I said, I'm trying to stay away from a lot of these men because they're just. We've literally hired a Brer to do PR at the team. Like, literally, they'll put out whatever they want us to hear. The bottom line is they want Jadon. They're going to play the money. They're going to pay the money because United don't know how to negotiate. If this was Chelsea, they probably would have got him for the 90 million pounds.
Yeah, Chelsea probably would have because they probably would have done a little sweetener on the side too with their loanees and all this stuff. Yeah. Chelsea got with a lot of clubs, man. because they don't mess about either, Chelsea. You know, when they want someone, they want him, they take him. That's it. You know, you want a little loanee in return, a little youth man to come and do their thing over in your league. We'll give you that. I like that. The way Chelsea have worked in the past 10 years in the transfer market, I've liked it. You know, people can say they lost Salah and De Bruyne, but then that season they lost Salah and De Bruyne. I'm sure they won the league. You know,
yeah,
obviously
they did.
In hindsight, you can look back and say they lost them, but they're doing their thing. And what they've done now is build a team capable of winning the league in the next 3 years. You know, so
that's what they're working towards. Yeah.
Yeah, fam. You know, you take the L's with the W's at times, and Chelsea have had a lot more W's in the last decade than us. That's for sure.
What's this Aubameyang comment on Owa? Like, what did he say?
Something about Aubameyang said, of course I'd love a war at the club, or something like that. Like, of course I'd want a war at the club. It was, I don't know where it is. I stay off Twitter. I did see it floating about, yeah, in the WhatsApp groups, but I didn't pay attention, to be honest. Cause my thing is, fam, I don't care what everyone's saying, bro. I just care about breaking news, signing. That's all I care about. I don't care about personal terms agreed. I don't care if Aubameyang just comes and puts a war in his Insta story. Like, I want the signing to be done. I want deal to be agreed. At the very least, Fabrizio Romano to say, "Here we go. He's on the way." That's the bare minimum. Everything else to me, all bollocks.
Fact. I big up Martin as well. He's always in the chat. Top guy, bruv. Big up guys. Both clubs have shown complete incompetence in the transfer market to date, irrespective of who they get now. Absolutely. That's why we shouldn't let these guys off regardless. Even if they bring in Jadon Sancho, bruv. No, I don't want to see no one celebrating it. Just like we shouldn't have celebrated that win extra time on the penalties after the game had finished, bro. Man can't celebrate that, because when you do that, you're lowering the standards by default. When you're celebrating stuff like that, we got pammed by Brighton and we nicked it. We got away with it. We should be happy for the 3 points, but also we should be disgusted. Do you know what I mean? We should be disgusted with the way our clubs are doing business. We're going into the last week of the transfer window, and neither of us are significantly stronger. And all of our rivals have strengthened significantly. Tottenham have strengthened significantly. Them man have signed Gareth Bale. Do you know what I'm saying? Flipping Everton have signed 3 midfielders. Do you know what I'm saying? No, you look at that, bro. Liverpool have signed fucking Jota and one of the best centre mids in the whole fucking world. And what have we done? You know what I mean? What have Arsenal done? Like, we can't sign a couple man and get like so euphoric that we forget that these men are taking the piss out of us. Let's never forget that.
Yeah, 100%. I tell man every season now, I tell man, listen, for Arsenal, we need to be proactive now. We've always been reactive. And by that, I mean, we always wait till the last few weeks of the window, fam. You know, people want to say last year, you see last year, everyone, I tried a little protest at a kit launch last year for Adidas Arsenal, innit? Small thing, obviously not many people showed, but 40, 50 people showed. It was calm. But what it was is a lot of people said it's too early, yeah? It was more than halfway into the transfer window, fam, but man are telling me it's too early. Yeah, we got some deals done at the end, but it was the same old Arsenal, if not worse, in the season. You have to be proactive in the window. If you start look at the message Chelsea sent out last year with Ziyech in February. They're not only are challenging for top 4 this season, but we're on job next season. That's what they told, man. We are on
the same thing with Pulisic. They signed him during the season as well.
Yeah, Werner even. You heard early on that they beat Chelsea, or they're going ahead of Chelsea for that. Chelsea bullies in the market, because that's what you need to be. And when you do that, you make other teams weary as well. Like that's mental warfare too. But us, man, too reactive. Us, man, our mental warfare is shit. It's wait till the very last minute, get done over by teams more often than not. Because if you have 72 million Pepe at the moment, it doesn't look value for money. 35 million Xhaka, 35 million Mustafi, 350k Mesut Ozil. Well, I could go on, but I won't. At the end of the day, the incompetence is a joke, fam. Like, we need to be proactive.
100%. And I don't care about the Sancho deal because how long it's been dragged. Exactly, it's been dragged on. It's stupid. And then now he's saying it was £90 million that was rejected. It doesn't matter. They said they want £108 million. They put it out there. They said this is how much he costs. Do you know what I'm saying? If you go into the shop and you ask for a loaf of bread and my man says 99p, you're not going to say, will you take 70? You give man the 99p for the bread, or you leave without the bread.
Yeah, that fam. That's what it is, bro. And you know what? Exactly the same with us and Partey. That's why I don't understand it. You see where the team actually say, yeah, we'll sell him to you. This is the price. Go do it. I can't lie. Partey 50 million is value for money for me. I don't know what you think about 108 for Sancho, but for me, 50 million is value for money. Go and do it, fam.
108 million for Sancho makes sense. These men spent 85 million on fucking Harry Maguire. So what, you trying to tell me that Jadon Sancho's not worth 20 million more than him? Because he is.
Yeah, look at your history. Yeah, you're right. You do have to look at your history too.
You have to just look at that, bro. We set precedent by spending that money on Harry Maguire. Man were laughing at us. Rafael van der Vaart was laughing. He was like, 85 million for this guy. He's crap. He said it on TV. He don't care. He said this guy's rubbish.
Yeah, I remember that still.
He said he's rubbish, blood. Like, man were laughing all over the world at us for that. Do you know what I mean? And then he got arrested, and man just falling on his ass. He got nutmegged by fucking Solanke or something, brother. Like, bro, he's not a serious guy.
I said he got nutmegged by Solanke.
Bro, you can't spend 85 million on Harry Maguire and then think that these men are going to take 90 for Jadon.
Yeah. It's true. And they're looking at their windows, and they look at 120 for Dembele. They're probably looking at, man, we can get over 100%.
Yeah.
United, they say, this isn't Arsenal. You know, they're big boys. Man, United got money.
Yep. They're going to think, yo, if Harry Maguire's worth that to you, then Jadon should be worth more. That's reasonable.
Yeah.
That's reasonable for them to think that.
To be honest, it is. I can't lie. Yeah, that's the sort of things you have to look at as well. It's not always, he's 19, he's 20, he's not done a lot. Sometimes it's what's your business before, what you're doing now, how much are you earning, what stature do you have. All of that comes into account, fam.
And it's the same with you, man. They said you spent 72 million on my man. Don't ever think you could come here and try and pay less than 30 for a what. It's not going to happen, bro. You man made your bed, fam.
It's peak, isn't it? I can't lie to you. It's peak when you look at things like that, because the more mistakes you make, the more you make a representation of yourself to the other teams in your league in Europe. You know, the more you bow down to shit, the more you're going to get bent over. Like, it's facts.
There you go, my brother. Know what I'm saying?
Super
chat. Oh, big up for your super chat, brother. And yo, we appreciate all you man support anyway. You know them ones. Don't get it twisted.
Come on, man. How many people's online there?
1.65. Nearly 1,700.
Hit that like button, people. Like I said, we had 1,000 likes in the live last time, so
yeah, there's no reason why we shouldn't do that again today. There's more than enough of you lot in here. Just slap the like button. It don't cost you nothing. It don't take you no time. It's right there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is funny. Oh, do you remember when you offered 60,000 for Sancho in FIFA? Yeah, I remember, blood. But that's why I didn't know what I was doing, blood. It was funny. I was playing career mode. I went to buy Sancho. I thought I put 60 million bid in. It was 60,000, blood. And the chairman lost his head, blood. And then I couldn't do another bid, blood. And I lost him in the window.
Man, they said, nah.
Yeah, he said, how dare you waste my time? And that man took him out to dinner and I offered him 60 bags.
When the game showing you that shit happen. You know the reality of it, man.
Bro, 60 bags. You know the ones he lost it, fam. That was funny, bro. These men saying my man's got COVID. But we knew that though, guys. Because when they said, they're not going to disclose the reason why he wasn't in the team, you knew it was because of COVID, bro.
Because it's a random one still. Is that
You knew it was COVID. And also, they probably wanted to just do it in a certain way, just so they didn't have to quarantine other players, probably. You know the one.
That's true, you know. That's true, because it's interesting to when they found that, because on Sunday, all of a sudden it came out that they are fit, or they're not. They are both fit, Thiago and Alisson.
Exactly, but before it was like maybe one of them is not playing, but Alisson played, Thiago didn't. So probably maybe they had inconclusive tests and they had to test them again to make sure, innit?
Yeah. Well, we got Liverpool next again. I doubt Thiago would have played in Carabao Cup. The fucking teams are going to be there.
That's what I mean, brother. And you know what? Like, I almost feel like it was actually better for Arsenal it was better for Liverpool that Thiago didn't play anyway. I think that you lot would have had more of a chance if he played, only because Liverpool, their counter press is more effective when they've got them three midfielders in there, whereas Thiago plays a bit differently, and it's more possession based, in it. So I think that it would have been the style would have suited you lot more. I think Liverpool's counter pressing style is horrible to play against, especially when you are trying to pass out from the back like Arsenal do play. I think the best way to play Liverpool is to be very direct.
100%. You have to be direct, and that's the only way we've got our goals. I know we got lucky with our goal, obviously, with the way Robertson kicked it off. Right? It was just direct, bang, bang, bang. You're 3-on-3, and you get a goal. Like, that's really what you can do against Liverpool. It'll be interesting with Thiago in there. I do want to see like how they do start, molding into that way of football, because obviously they've relied so heavily on Trent and Robertson, and then yesterday Trent and Robertson did their thing again. It'll be interesting to see whether Thiago takes a back seat and just does a clean-up job rather than at the forefront of the game and taking as many touches as he normally did for Bayern.
But this is it. So it'll be interesting, bro. But this Premier League season is a mad thing. I'm not even going to lie. I thought it was going to be nuts. However, it's looking to be madder, bro. Pep is looking every ounce of fraud that I thought he was. And it's just mad, innit, bruv? Man, like Fraudiola, bruv. He's out here just doing fraudulent things, blood. Like, if he was any other manager, he would be under pressure for his job, you know.
Now, though, because if Ruben Diaz comes in and they don't fix up to a sense defensively, it's gonna be peak, fam. Because you've spent peas, like we lost the league last season, obviously COVID and whatnot this summer, but your team is worth peas, fam. So if you don't at least challenge for that title back, at the very least, with Ruben Diaz coming in at that price with Ake, they spent 100 mil on centre backs this summer. You know, if you don't improve that defense and close the gap on Liverpool, because I do think they need new fullbacks too. But if you don't close the gap with 100 million in centre back, then it's gonna be peak for Guardiola. I can't even lie to you. It's gonna be peak. It should be peak. You know, it should be, because they're taking the risks. You know, maybe they could take a bigger risk, but Ruben Diaz, they've taken that risk, and Nathan Ake, 100 mil. Boy, they need to do their thing.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Thiago for lower blocks, definitely. Do you know what I mean? Against teams that play football, do you know what I mean? He's not a necessity, but for teams that want to sit back, Liverpool want to monopolize possession. I think it's beautiful the fact that they've got the options of changing it, bro. And I just think, as a manager, if I was playing against Liverpool, the most worrying thing about Liverpool is their counter press, the way their attackers also win the ball back. So I'm getting my goalkeeper to kick it long, and I'm playing percentage football, and I'm trying to isolate Trent Alexander, bro. Always trying to isolate him because he's the weak link, innit? He's got a mistake in him. So I'd be trying to isolate them and go very direct. When you play out from the back, you risk Liverpool winning the ball and killing you.
Yeah. You know what was interesting yesterday? You know what they did? Because usually they attack Bellerin side, and even though they got their goals from kind of that side, the first two especially, they attacked down Tierney's side and overloaded on that side and made sure Salah drew into hit it back to Trent, and Trent got the balls in all the time, and then balls were causing problems. So it's like them two fullbacks, solid, but Trent definitely gets exposed a lot more. So you're right, fam. That is the area to look into if you're the opposing team.
Absolutely. This guy is saying that that's accepted, but I haven't seen anyone else say it. So I think that that's not certified still. But it would take about that to get him. Do you know what I mean? So when Arsenal doing fuckery, don't make no sense.
It doesn't make sense, fam. Just get it done, fam. Show some authority. You know, I want to see some authority in the market as well as the signing. You know, I don't want the signing to trickle over the line in the last minute, and by God's grace we nicked him at the end. Nah, fam, go and do your thing, but go show yourself as a football club and as the beast of a brand that we still are. You know, we still make a hell of a lot of money. Maybe not profit anymore, but now, fam, go and find some players and flex your muscles a bit. Now's the time.
Factual, bro. Big up everyone watching. Slap the like. We must be near 1,000 likes. How many likes are we on, guys? And he's watching from Australia. Let us know where you're watching from as well. Hey, big up you people. My man said, that he thinks Ruben Diaz is going to turn into a Portuguese Di Michaelis, bro. I'm dead.
Di Michaelis, you know.
He was a shambles, blood.
That's a one for the books.
Absolute shambles. This brother said, super chat, Ziyech, Mahrez, Sancho, start, bench, Shell. Ooh. That's hard, blood.
Ooh. That is definitely hard, you know. Boy, I'm going start Mahrez because he's at the best club out of the three, and he's won a Premier League title, which is the best any of them have won. I like Ziyech a lot, you know. I like Ziyech. But you know what? Yeah, starts Mahrez, bench Sancho, sell Ziyech.
See, I would start Sancho, bench Mahrez, sell Ziyech, because Ziyech hasn't played at the highest level out of all of them, and Sancho's goal and assists, bruv. This brother's scoring 30 goals and assists in the season, innit? Mahrez don't score enough goals for me for his ability. Regardless, he needs to score more goals.
It does still, and that was a very good question. I can't lie. Usually these type of questions, man has it straight away. Like, start him. This was a good
very good players. 3 players I'll take out my club tomorrow. All of them.
I like. don't get it twisted. The man, well, as we both said, Ziyech, we'll both take him and start him at our club. So
yeah, that's it. Do you know what I'm saying? But he's the least proven out of all of them at the highest level. But he's a sick baller.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Still, I'd agree
You know
with
what I'm
that.
saying? Another super chat. I'm a Ghana fan living in LA. Kroenke is building a mini city around his new Rams thing. I don't trust him. I think he's subsidized. Of course he is. Our owners are doing the same thing as well.
Definitely improving the infrastructure at the teams they care about, at the clubs they care about, at the franchises or businesses they care about. You know, the only reason he bought the club is to leverage money. That's it so far. You know, he hasn't invested.
They literally used our clubs as collateral to get bigger loans for the American football team. Our owner done the same thing. They built a new stadium for Tampa as well, and they put United down as collateral, bro. They've been doing that.
Yeah, and obviously our owner paid off our debts pre-COVID. Yeah, he paid off some debts we had about don't quote me, but he paid off some debts basically. Yeah, and not all of our, but sections of the fan base saying, "Oh, he's changing, trust the process." He's paid off some debts, but little do a lot of these men know, when you have a debt-free asset like Arsenal Football Club, the loans you can get at the rates you can get it's a mazza. So I wouldn't be expected if he's like doing something behind the scenes right now with us.
It's absolutely collateral. That's what their men do it at. That's what they do it for, innit? So they use these assets to then get loans off for other things, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's always business. That's all it is. And when you realize that winning is not important to these men.
Winning comes from the top.
Yeah.
It comes from the top, you know. It comes from the top. And that's why you see teams like Chelsea and teams like City manage to win stuff consistently over the last 5, 6, 7 years. A decade to Chelsea, because they have owners who care. You know, we've all seen it's not all about spending money. We've seen that, but these clubs spend money and they make it work for them too. You know, they come back. If they drop down, they come back because they have owners who care about them more. The owners don't want to see them in 5th, 6th. Abramovich, when Chelsea finished 10th, he must have flipped, fam. Flipped. Next year, won the league. That's what. It comes from the top. It comes from the top, and our one from the top. It's rotten, like, so there's nothing growing.
Facts. I big up all of you lot. I'm just going through where you lot are watching from. Oh, get these likes up. How's man saying that we're just about at 700, bro, and we've got 1600 plus in here? You lot, man.
We've got what, like 8 minutes left as well. I hit that like button.
Yeah, come on, get on that. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's exactly what we said. He was an international player, is worth more than 30 million. Come on, Arsenal, stop taking a piss. This is what it is. And that's why I can understand why you, man, are mad. That's why I'm mad. You can't spend 85 million on flipping Harry Maguire and then offer Dortmund 90 for Jadon Sancho, who's literally the face of English football at the moment.
Yeah. Well, obviously, with Aouar, we're trying to do the shrewd one again. You see, with what we look like we've done with Gabriel and Saliba, it looks like 2 shrewd signings, 27 mil. It looks like they're going to be very good centre backs, and we'll profit off them for many years to come, whether playing wise or money wise. But with Aouar, it looks like we're trying to do the same thing, the shrewd one. But Leon see him as not a shrewd signing. He is more a star signing. He is more that signing you buy to the quality you bring in to change shit at the club. So it looks like we are not looking at him in the same vein of vision of what we see at the club. You know, if you're trying to go 30, 40 mil and he's worth 50, 60 mil, you know, I understand negotiation, but it's the last week of the transfer window. Like,
this ain't the time to be negotiating, fam.
Yeah, fam. We should have done and dusted that like long time ago, bro. That's why I say look at Chelsea and the way they do business early. Even City, all right, they bought Ake. It's probably not the best signing, but they done it early. You know, they scored, they want it, they done. Like, simple. That's how we should move.
Factual. Man saying I almost feel the Glazers spent nothing in United because they were splashing the cash on the bucket. They were. They got Tom Brady, and then on top of that, bruv, them man were flipping giving Donald Trump money. You know, like that. So, like, bruv, it is what it is, isn't it? All them NFL owners, were pumping the Republican Party in America as well. So they've got money for what they want it for.
Conke's on that list as well about the Trump sponsorship and all that shit. So,
well, there you go, bro. Both of our owners, and then you wonder why we're mad. That's why we shouldn't let these men off the hook.
Yeah, fam, you can't let men off the hook because you pull out a signing in the last week of the window, fam. Do you know what we are, bro? Like, you just have to look at Man City, you have to look at Chelsea, and you have to look at what Liverpool have done in the last 5 years and say, nah, the owners can do more. The owners can do better. No big knee-jerk reactions because of a late signing. Like, be real. You need proactivity if you want to real success.
Factual. Unless we're signing Sancho to replace Solskjaer, this signing will fail. Solskjaer will turn Sancho into Overton. Bruv, it's one of them ones where, unfortunately, yeah, like, Sancho's not the answer on his own, but I think we know that.
Yeah.
I
said it earlier. I said obviously Sancho will be a massive signing, but I think Pochettino will be the biggest signing. Whether you or Chelsea do it, whoever gets rid first, I think Pochettino is definitely the biggest signing. Like you said, Klopp is Liverpool's big signing. We talked about it last week. Pochettino is probably Tottenham's biggest signing in the past decade. We'll wait to see what Bale does, but I doubt Bale has the impact that.
Pre-Pochettino, Tottenham wasn't what it is known and respected as now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones where that tells you the importance of a manager.
100%, fam.
It tells you that. So people should always remember that. We can't just be buying players for the sake of buying players and you think that that's going to be enough. It's not. And then these men even say it. They need to spend the money the club generates more wisely. Handing out 100k a week contracts to mediocre players is the opposite of that, which is true. And again, that's at the hands of Ed Woodward. We've just brought in a substitute goalkeeper, from Sheffield United and giving him 120 grand a week to sit on the bench.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mad one still. Like
120 grand a week for a young English goalkeeper that is a Manchester United fan and didn't want to leave the club. Why did you need to give him that much money?
Yeah, you could. At the end of the day, potential long term rather than De Gea, but sort De Gea out now. Like at the moment, from an outside looking in, you're paying nearly 500 bags for your two keepers, because it's 350 and 120 in it, so 470, fam.
Bro, and then Ramiro. We're spending about 600 grand on goalkeepers.
Lad, do you get what I'm saying? Look, fam, when you come to the realization, that's mad, mad.
600 grand, that's 3 superstar players.
Bro, money, fam. How's our wage structure fucked like this? Because every time, even when you're looking there like that about United, I start thinking about Arsenal. But I can't. It's not even like, you see, back in the day, man would laugh if something happened to United because we could hold our own back in the day. But now I can't even look over and say, fam, I can't laugh anymore. It's just pain over here as well. There's pain on both sides of the screen.
But that's what it is, and that's why I can't even really laugh at man no more, blood, because man are going through the same thing. So it's not even like man can laugh at you, man. Like, it hurts me to watch my own team now, blood. You know what I'm saying? Last watch along, bro, I wanted to apologize to everyone that tuned in, fam. Like, man got pammed by Brighton and nicked it at the end, bro. I couldn't even really be too happy.
To apologize to the viewers.
I felt just apologize to them, bro. Do you know what I mean? Man was saying the watch along was better than the game. I'm glad it was, fam, because right now, do you know what I mean? We're all we got right now, the fans. Because we can't rely on these men to put in a good performance.
Yeah, because it's the belief, fam. The transfer window, you're meant to instill belief in the fans, especially if you haven't performed well the season before or you're headed somewhere. The transfer window instills belief, nothing else to fans. And if you don't do your business in the transfer window in the right way, then the belief ain't gonna come out of nowhere. And you can't just pluck belief. I know a lot of people do it, pluck belief out of thin air or pluck belief out of a couple of beers and a line. Like, you can do all of that, but fam, belief comes from transfers and transfer windows.
Bruv, we're paying 30 million, a month on goalkeepers' wages, bruv. 650 bags a week on goalkeeper wages, but we won't pay an extra 18 million for Jadon Sancho.
It's mad. It's actually mad. Someone said Alisson is on 90k a week. But when I look at Liverpool's wage structure, it kills me again, because I see Mane and Salah at 200, 220, and I'm like,
that's little man money. The haters on 350 laughing at these, man. You see what I mean?
Playing PlayStation, fam. Like, these men are smiling.
Mad. You see what I mean? So, it's a joke thing. You know what I mean? It's a joke thing. But, bruv, we'll just have to see. Do you know what I mean? What's your next game? We've got Tottenham on the weekend, obviously, and then we've got Brighton again. You, man, have got Liverpool again, innit? When is that? Tomorrow as well?
Nah, our Carabao Cup game is Thursday.
Okay, we're playing tomorrow. You man are playing Thursday, and then we got Tottenham on the weekend. You get me? So, boy, we'll see, innit? We'll see by the end of the week what the teams are saying, because ultimately, I swear the window closes very, very soon, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, what day?
It closes this weekend. Like, it closes on Monday, I think.
6th. So Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, Monday or Tuesday.
The 6th is Tuesday. I thought it closed on the 5th. Not gonna lie.
Look, what, we're 59. How many people's online now?
1.5. You man slapped the like.
I slapped the like. But listen, next Tuesday, transfer deadline special. We're on the channel at like 6 p.m. We might as well make it a deadline day special, fam.
Sick, let's do that. Yeah, that's gonna be very lit.
Yeah, if you want to see that like button now, get up to 1,000, and we'll make sure the deadline.
Exactly. Slap the like button. Know what I mean? We're wrapping up. Last super chat. Overpaid with their ballers. They're stuck with. I just don't know why would I trust these clubs with more money when they've proven that they waste it. But again, you're hiring the people that are spending the money, so it's still.
Like with Arsenal, it's Kroenke that left Wenger and Gazidis in charge and fucked shit up. Yeah, it's Kroenke that allowed whoever it is to sign Emery, Raul, whoever, because he put them in charge. And then after him, that Arteta was replaced. It all falls down to fucking the owner. That's it.
Facts. Facts. You know what I mean? This is what it is, guys. So just keep your standards up, bruv. Do you get me? I know exactly how you man feel. That's one thing I can see. You get me? It's bullshit.
That's why. But that's part of the reason why we started this show. I know we talk about bare things, not just Arsenal United. But listen, we know what's going on at our club. We keep it real. And I see people saying, fuck Sky Sports, we're going to be here for deadline day. Make sure you are. We might even extend it. Extend it next week if you don't want.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, bruv, we'll do it. We need to see this thing through, you get me? See what actually happens. And we can just stay on the pulse and keep an eye on it, bro. That'll be an epic show still.
Yeah, definitely.
So big up everyone. Slap that like button. Do you know what I mean? Sub to Turkish's channel. The link's in the comments here. Okay, so make sure you go and go over there, sub. My NBA show's starting now, so it'll be on another stream. So go over, subscribe to Turkish's channel, slap the like, and then I'm back on Turkish's channel on Friday. So you get me. We'll see you there. So make sure you hit the link in the comments. Make sure you go over there. You know what I'm saying? Friday 6 o'clock. We'll see you there. Big up everyone here, and obviously Turkish will have you'll have your match content coming up for what, Thursday?
Yeah. I'm gonna bring out a Liverpool review after this actually. So around 8:39 p.m. I'll bring out a Liverpool review and then preview tomorrow and then another read. Well, just tune in Friday 6 p.m. Rants' show and catch up then.
Perfect. All right, big up you, man. I'll catch you on the NBA show if you're staying. If not, I'll catch you, man, tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Peace.
Love.